What's up, everybody? We are here at Center City Disc Golf Course in Pearl, Mississippi. This is going to be a series of me trying to shoot 1,000 rated. I've done some research, and I think around 1 down or 2 down out here will be 1,000 rated. Really tough course. Hole 1 is a 332 foot par 3. You got to go up this hill and kind of push this ravine. If you go too far, the ravine is out of bounds and you'll have a really long putt over the ravine to save par. So I think either you get really aggressive or you just try to hit this gap and see what you can get. 2 off the first. That's more than fine. That's more than fine. Well, all right, made it to my lie with the Luna. This is the ravine right here, so kind of nice. Just made it a little short, but we have an open little putter hyzer to the basket. You can definitely be a little aggressive on this, but if you go too far to the left, there's a backdrop and pretty hard putt to save par. That'll be just fine. Get your disc later in the round. So. But beautiful hole. A little high, but that's a nice par. I think this is one of, if not the hardest hole on the course. So pretty happy with the par there. All right, hole 2. This one, I'm not gonna go ahead and say that this is a gimme birdie. I still think it is a hard hole, but it's a 254 foot par 3. Plays a little downhill through this tight gap right here. Definitely a left to right finishing hole. Whenever everything else kind of dies, you can kind of play this hyzer and like crash in, but everything's kind of a little too tall right now. The course is really grown up, so I'm just going to try to chip this into the gap. Got a late tree there, that's fine though. So I clipped this tree right here, right in the start of the gap. Sometimes you can, if you're throwing a forehand, sometimes you can clip it and it'll still send you down. I guess I hit this tree as well, so it stopped me right here. Long putt for birdie downhill. I'm not very good at these. We will see how it goes though. Definitely scared it. Alright, just went past the basket. Got a bit of a tester here to save par. If you want to shoot under par at this course, you've got to make open putts like this. So many instances in this course where your putt will be behind a tree and you're in the circle and you've got nothing.
Hey!
And we do. All right, hole 3, we have a 328-foot par 3 playing into the ravine that was OB for hole 1. It is not out of bounds for hole 3. You really just want to play a hyzer over these smaller trees here and have it crash into the basket on the left. You can't see it from the tee, but probably one of my favorite holes here. I've been just shanking it into these woods right here, so just gonna try to throw it as straight as I can. That'll be okay. I think I wanted to get that a little bit higher, but I think that was pretty good. So we'll see where that is. All right, I don't want to play any games with you guys. We were walking up the fairway, just having a conversation. I thought the shot was good. Simi is blocking it, but we are right underneath the basket there. Simi, move a little bit. Come here.
You can kind of see it.
All right, you can see it. Great shot. Great shot. You're good. I had to guess. What I think happened is I came in short and luckily hit one of these guardian trees and just kicked me right here. There's a disc right here. Somebody left a disc right here, so I'm just gonna do that. I don't want anyone saying if I picked it up, you know, whatever. All right. All right, kind of a dream start. I don't know if you can tell by my facial expressions right now, but I am super happy and on top of the world. So, hole 4, have a 405-foot par 3, probably the easiest hole on the course. Just don't do something dumb and hit one of these trees, and just get out there, throw a 400-foot shot dead straight. Try not to hit the dog. And I put way too much hyzer on it, and I will probably have nothing. So we'll see how that goes. Definitely have to do some sort of anti-putt at it, but shouldn't be too much trouble. It's really making myself work today. There we go. That's good. It's good to make those. Good. 5, very scenic hole. Playing from the top of this cliff. 372 feet. I think you just want to punch those woods down there and get something. We'll see what we can do. Little too much hyzer, but might have a putt. crushed it. All right, I did not blast it. I am definitely a fan of low expectations because now I thought I was super far away. Now I'm 10 footer. Still tricky, but should be able to make. There we go. Now we're about to get into a really hard stretch of holes. Hole 6 is 155 feet, really short guy, but kind of tight off the tee here. And the basket is sitting on a cliff. If you go too far past the basket, you're looking at a really long death putt where if you miss, you're rolling all the way down the hill back to the tee. The safe play is to just throw it into the ditch and have a really uphill putt. But if you can get onto the top of that cliff, I think that's the best play. I really don't know what I'm gonna do right now, but I'm just gonna try to throw it at it. Ace is not out of the equation. Worst case scenario. Very lucky that it stood right there. I'm gonna play by the rules. I'm gonna get behind this bad boy. All right, on to the next. This one is in the 362 foot par 3 position. There's really no chance of a birdie here. This is definitely the toughest hole to score on. With this round, I think I just want to get in the flat somewhere and maybe skip a little left. So I'm gonna go with the Streeter Firebird and just try to hit the gap really. Ideally, you want to coast right, either in front or right past that tree right there in the middle. So I'm definitely aiming at that tree. Got really lucky, kind of yanked it a little bit, but it fought its way through the right side and should have a look at the basket. Not makeable though. I went a little bit long of the preferred gap. Really, you want to come in right here, and you've got a clean tunnel at it right here. But I went juiced it a little too much, and now it's just kind of poke and hope. I think I'll try to do like a turnover backhand right here. But the basket is on a cliff as well, and it's just such a severe drop off behind the basket that you definitely want to land short and have a really testy putt to safe par. very, very tough hole. I've been throwing these a little too hard, so I'm gonna try to throw this one a little softer. And I threw it way too freaking hard. Great tree. Oh my God. Absolutely saved by something up here. I was about to go way down there. Very happy with par on this hole, but gotta make this putt first. There we go. A 310 foot par 3, sorry. You want to throw just over this knoll right here, and then it kind of slopes down and then slopes very far up, and the basket sits on the left side of the hill up there, so any approach to the green can roll very far down to the right. I'm just gonna try to blast a sidearm up there and nestle onto the hillside. That's pretty much perfect. So I think you got to give it some sort of a bid. I've never birdied this hole before, so this will be huge. That's that. Very favorable sit right there. Anything could have happened right there. That is very stressful.
Nice.
That's huge. That's absolutely huge. Hole 9 is in the C position, so 487 foot par 3. Again, another hole that is just not birdiable. But I'm just gonna try to pipe something down there. Really scenic hole, beautiful hole. You just want to stay in the middle. If you go too far left, you're in the crap. You go too far right, you're in tall grass, and you're looking for your disc for an hour. So just want to stay in the middle here, but also try to bite off as much distance as possible. All right, that kicked over to the left a little bit. Really unfortunate. I did kind of feel this tailwind coming. I should have trusted it more and hoped that it would have turned, but it kind of hyzered out too soon. So. This is probably the only time where if I throw it too far, I think I'm okay. If I throw it too hard, I'm okay. That was not good. That was not good. Just left it short and a little too much hyzer. Definitely wish I could have that one back, but that's fine. I think we're at even par now, so just gotta keep battling and staying positive, and I think we can do it. I was about to walk up and just tap this in, holding all my stuff. We're gonna take this serious. This is definitely historically a missable putt for me, so let's stop fooling around. It is the D position, 325 feet, par 3. This is, again, probably one of the toughest holes on the course. Well, a lot of these holes are the toughest holes on the course. Really narrow tunnel here, and then you want to finish to the left, and the basket is kind of sitting on a cliff. Kind of the theme of this course: tight tunnels, baskets on cliffs. I like to play just a flex forehand with something overstable, and if I can get up to that knoll and then lay up for my par, I think I'm pretty happy. We are even through the front 9, so just gotta stay focused and stay clean. Left it a little too low. I didn't have enough airspace to really get that turn, but I'm happy with that. And here we are blowing up. We'll just save double and move on. Double. Hole 11 is a 275 foot par 3. This gap is very misleading in my opinion. I think if you throw too straight, you're gonna hit this wall of trees back there and you won't be able to finish left. I like to go with my most overstable disc and basically just try to saw off a hyzer and basically shank it, and hopefully it lands on edge and just rolls towards the basket. Just gotta forget about what just happened though. Come here, Ting. I pushed it too straight. I pushed it too straight, and I think that's in the woods now. So we'll have a pretty tough up and down for par. Well, I thought I threw the worst shot ever. Camera woman told me to buck up and stop being such a negative person. So it's nice to walk down the fairway and see your disc way closer than you thought it was going to be. So this is going to be great. This is a real chance to make up for the last hole. So, but kind of a tough green. Kind of a tough green here on a knoll, sloping to the left. Right-hand putter is definitely going to glide down the hill. So if you miss, you want to miss right for sure. But let's make it.
Let's make it. Ugh.
Here we go. Here we go. It's all about staying positive. You just gotta stay positive, and good things happen. All right, great recovery there. So now we're sitting at 1 over par, which I'm definitely happy with. This is a two. I'm really not sure which one that is in. I think it's the 288 blue pin. Really tight gap. I don't think the camera really does it justice how uphill you do have to throw to hit this gap. Normally that straight, thick tree right there on the left side, you want to turn right in front of that and just kind of glide as far down there as possible. You'll end up left and then have some sort of scramble putt for birdie. I love that. That's gonna be great. You know, throwing a 6 or a 7 speed, if you really hit the gap, I mean, you're blowing by it. So kind of just right here. I have no idea what to do right here. I think it's pretty unlikely that I'm gonna make this, so I don't really want to try too hard. I just want to get up there and save my par. I think it was a mistake playing it too aggressive, so that's something to learn from. All right. Just gonna try to go over this kind of skimpy, bushy tree here. You can just keep recording right there. Again, with the theme of the course, you have a really tight tunnel and the basket is on a cliff. Man, I really just think just hit the gap. I mean, that is the key part of this course. Hit the gap, stay in the fairway, and just try to make as many pars as you can. This is a 280-foot par 3 downhill. It's a little hot out here, so I'm gonna go with something a little more grippy, but just a slow speed disc. I think if I finish on the left, I'm a lot happier than if I finish on the right. Yeah, because it also is just a immediate drop off on the right side of the fairway. That is perfectly fine. Think about it too much, just grab the same disc and throw the same shot. The way that hit that cliff, I bet that is rolling all the way down and will probably be another double bogey, but we will see. All right, it actually stopped. So again, camera woman is saying to be more positive, but I will say I do think having low expectations is better, because whenever I know I'm probably bumming out half the audience, but when I come up to this lie and realize that it hasn't rolled away, my confidence is way better. So this game is 80% mental. I just, gotta stay focused. Where are you going, Sammy? .400-foot par 3 here. Basket is not on a cliff, but probably the most scenic fairway on the course. You just want to throw, if you have the distance to get a big sidearm up into that flat, then that's definitely the way to go. But I found the best way to just get up there is to have a shot that's just kind of cruising over up by the basket. That'll be really good. I'm glad I trusted that disc. Recently, I've been finishing in that crap. So really happy about that. All right, after a solid 25 minutes or so, can't find it anywhere in here. I know it was such a good shot, and I hate giving up on it, but 30 minutes is a lot, so I'm gonna have to re-tee per rules, lost disc, so I'll be going back up to tee off with this for my par. So best case scenario, we get back to 2 over and fight our way back, and I think it's still doable, but you will be seeing me from the tee and hopefully throwing a similar shot.
And we'll see if we can find this one.
See what we can do from here.
go.
There we go. That feels good. Still in it. All right, hole 15 is a 445 foot par 4. You want to split, or you want to go right on top of this first leaning tree, and finish left up the hill, and then you'll have a forehand approach to the basket on the right. Pretty tough hole. We're sitting at 2 over par right now. I think we're at 2. We're either at 2 or 3 over par. I think we're at 2 over par right now. So gotta get it. That'll be okay. Might be in the woods on the left a little bit, but that'll be fine. Ooh, that's not good. All right. Slipped out of my hand, really just a bad shot. Off in the right here, there is absolutely nothing. I'm gonna try to still be aggressive. I could just pitch out that way, but I'm gonna try to be aggressive. All right, I apologize, everybody. I am definitely getting down in the dumps. It's hard to come back from having to re-tee after throwing one of the best shots you've ever thrown. I mean, that's really tough to get over, and I let it get to me on that hole. But we're 3 over par. We have 3 holes left. I think I've learned a lot today about how to play this course. So let's just try to persevere, maybe get a couple more birdies. I hope, I could get all 3 of them, but we'll see. This is a 440 foot par 3. Really narrow gap on the right. You do not want to go left at all. You want to hit this gap on the right and get a big skip to the left. Shout out Daryl. He aced this hole somehow, some way, and incredible. We'll try to get close to what Daryl did. out there. We'll have to throw in for birdie, but we're out there. That'll be just fine. I tried to go out the back. All right, hole 17 is 194 feet, par 3. Gotta hit that skinny gap. Definitely the best shot for an ace out here. I think I've got to go. We'll show you below on the screen somewhere what I'm at. I think I'm at 3 over. Trying to get to 1 under par. We'll have the ace, and if y'all know hole 18, it's a daunting ace, but we'll try. We'll try to get this one as well. I think I'm gonna play. I feel a lot more confident hitting this gap with my sidearm, but I think the shot that I need to throw to ace it is kind of a turnover backhand. So this could be very embarrassing. Yeah, that's fine though. That'll be a par. Morale is low, but trying to be more positive. We're just gonna try to throw it in for birdie here. Got the backstop. Pretty close. Didn't really give it the height, but I'm happy with that run. So still playing by the rules. All right, last hole, hole 18. It is a 536 foot par 3. Basket is straight ahead right there. You can kind of see the red basket. Pretty guarded green, but I think if I can slide up there, throwing downhill, you know, it's probably playing more like 500 feet. I think I can slide up there to the green. I really wish I could be throwing that Faro that I lost on 14, but we'll make do. City green. I just released that on too much hyzer. That should be an easy par. This game is so mental. I feel like if I didn't have to re-tee on 14, I mean, this round would have gone a lot. I still don't think I would have hit the line, but really happy with how I played in the first 13 holes. Did a lot of things I didn't think I could do. I am in no way trying to put out there that I'm any kind of good player. I'm just an average player, trying to see what I can do at courses in this area, and just trying to figure out how to shoot scratch golf rounds. So We'll go up to see where I landed, try to salvage a par, and come back next week and do the same thing. So definitely much farther left than I'd like to be. My disc is in a hole right there, so I'm not gonna mark it. Try to give myself better footing. And what do I want to throw in there? Luna.
Okay.
That'll do just nice. All right, that does it. I believe it's 3 over par. Again, we'll put something on the screen to make sure that's right. A lot of what ifs this round, but thinking back on it, I think I played just about as good as I could. And I let the mental part kind of get to me. So we'll see what happens next week. Thank you for watching.